ramen noodles. Got them ramen noodles. Man, I got them ramen noodles. Stir it up, all in the wrist. Stir it up, all in the wrist. Ooh, snap.
It's double O-D-L-E, talking about them noodles, G. 30 seconds to complete, wrap them on the fork and eat. Call your family, call your friends, Noodle Fest has just began. Lift your fork, say it proud, ramen noodles, say it loud.
Ramen noodles,
say it loud.
Ramen noodles,
say it loud.
Getting ready to put together this cup of noodle. Could we count it as a Gundam? I don't know. Oh, so some of these are already brown, and then some of these are yellow, and then the shrimp is orange, but we're gonna have to paint those, obviously. I'm thinking doing Agrex Earthshade or something to do a wash on the noodles, but I'll have to put something on to prime them, and I'm thinking of doing like Tester's Dull Coat, for example, is what I'm thinking of doing on these. And then these are supposed to be the tops. This is the cup. Interesting. So I'm gonna read through the directions first, like I should be doing anyway, because I'm excited about putting this together, but I need to kind of keep it together there and, you know, make sure I know what I'm doing and go through the decals. So we'll see what happens next. Okay, so while I'm reading this directions book, some things that I wanted to point out. I like how it says here, mystery meat. Isn't that hysterical? Mystery meat, that's so scary. So it looks like most of this is just supposed to be, you know, a put together funsies kind of deal. It says here, a little piece of history for you in case you decide to go on Jeopardy. Cup of Noodle was created as the first cup ramen in the world on September 18th, 1971. And this will give you insight on how this model kit came to be. So this item is a recreation of the current cup of noodle design. It varies from the designs used in 71. It can be enjoyed by pouring in hot water and waiting 3 minutes. Well, don't do it to the model kit, obviously, but you know. So this is a long-selling product that celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2021. Jesus, talk about how time goes fast. Look, it even has the leeks. Did I show you that? And you got to cut them in small pieces. Isn't that hysterical? My God. So yeah, and hey, look, so this is another thing I was looking at with the kit. It looks like the shrimps are decals that you put over. You might not even have to paint it. I'll tell you more as I go along. So I'm getting ready to put some Tester's Dull Coat on these so that I can do the Agrex Earthshade to add some texture, make the texture stand out a bit more, I'm thinking. So, because I love these plastic kits, how they have all this detail, but I feel like if we can add like at least a wash, that would add more. So you see that there are these pieces that are dug in there. There's a reason for that. It's because it's for these pieces here. If you look at the back of them, you see that it's like puzzle pieces and they fit in. So that's what those extra pieces are for, okay? And then this is the top. And then this, from what I understand, goes on top or something so that the little pieces can, you know, go on there. So yeah, I'm gonna Tester's Dull Coat this and we'll be back. So fun stuff that I'm finding as I go along in these directions. Please note that assembling the kit in 3 minutes may be difficult. There's also here, for customers in Japan only. It's like, aw, but I want to do it too. Okay, so let me see here. There's like some other funniness that was in here too. Oh my God, wait. Okay, there's trivia, cup noodle trivia in here as you go along. Reverse thinking, suspended noodle cluster. Because they were talking about, here, check this out. Middle suspension structure. Suspending and storing noodles. The noodle cluster is stored in close contact with the containers and is suspended state with the space of, isn't that hysterical? So, and then it tells you why the noodles were in the middle of the cup like that. Isn't that something? I love it. This is great. Okay. Sticker locations, how to do with the letters. So this is like a great model kit if you just want to screw around on something for a bit. John, I just love it. I just love it. This is great. Okay, so I put some thinned down Agrex Earthshade, which is a brown wash, a dark brown wash, on the noodles. okay? Some of it is going to be covered by the case and, you know, the encasing, but I was thinking I wanted it to be where you could still kind of take it apart and see the noodles. So I kind of didn't want to leave a stone unturned kind of deal, you know what I mean? And also I didn't want it to be like, say, because these pieces layer on top of each other, I didn't want it to be that it looks half-assed, you know, like there's some, like the texture stands out more on this one, but then if you look a little more, then there isn't, you know. I want to just make sure it was even. It was quick. It's not like it took me long to do, but now you know why I put Tester's Dull Coat on the noodles, so that this Agrax Earthshade will stick on the surface. So it'll stay, and I also kept them on the sprues this way just because it makes it easier. So now when I cut them from the sprue and smooth everything out, I could just put them together now and the color will already be on it. Okay, so I just finished putting the noodles together. All of the pieces snap together. The pieces that I showed you that look like puzzle pieces are purposely set in such a way so that even when you cut them all from the sprue at the same time, it's not going to affect anything. Like you don't have to verify numbers or anything necessarily, because the pieces will still fit and snap together correctly. There's no glue on this part of the model at all, and it is, I'm shaking it and it's not coming off. It's, or, you know, sorry, not falling apart, I should say. But yeah, so you see here, it's all snapped together. And now on to the next part. Okay, next I did the cup noodle logo part for the front of the cup. This was two separate pieces. The red part came in, let me grab it real quick for you, in this part of the sprue, and then the letters were all separated on this part of the sprue. And these pieces, again, were all snap-on. There was absolutely no glue required at all. Okay, so I did the front cup part. As you can see there, if you remember, there were like little gaps here by the letters. There's little stickers that fill that in. Same with over here. There's a part this snaps on, the red piece snaps on to the white, and you can see possibly, if you see like a little bit of matte parts, those are stickers to fill in the certain areas. So those stickers are located over here, just so that you're aware, and they help fill in those little areas. So now we got the front of the cup done. Woo! Okay, so here is the sprue with the eggs, the shrimp, which has stickers that go on it, but if the stickers end up looking like crap, I'm gonna end up priming them white and going over them with like a magenta and some red glazes to do shrimp. And then here is the mystery meat. So the reason why I have them on the tray is because I did Tester's Dull Coat over the egg pieces and over the mystery meat pieces, because I plan to put some wash to make the texture stand out more on the eggs pieces. It's so funny, that they look like eggs. And then some Agrax Earthshade over the mystery meat pieces to make the meat stand out more. So wish me luck on that. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see well enough here what I did. I put the Casanora Yellow, which is this Citadel shade. I buy it in bulk, that's why it's in these bigger bottles, so don't get too excited. But it adds a little bit, you see how it makes the texture stand out more on the eggs. When it dries, it won't look so dark, so you'll see the shading and it'll be just more subtle, okay? And then on the mystery meat parts, I did the Agrax Earthshade, so that way in those, let me see if I can make the light move, there we go. Hopefully you can see there in the little details, it helps make that texture in the meats, you know, that mystery meat stand out more. So now I'm gonna let it dry, and in the meantime, I'm gonna cut those leeks, you know, little green pieces. We'll see how that goes. The little green leek pieces are cut. It's one long piece. You have to cut it in half long ways, and then you cut them into little pieces like that, like what you see here. See, so now the leeks are cut. Oh boy. Okay, so I got some of the cup part and the upper cup part put together. Something to be mindful of, you're gonna notice when you cut your pieces that there are some certain grooves that fit into each other. Be sure to be mindful of those. Some of them are really small, and if you don't really look for it, you can miss it. and they are purposely done in such a way so that the pieces line up and snap together. No glue has been used at all yet in this project. So far so good. It's all snapping like a puzzle. All right, look at this. The cup is now all coming together. There's still some little tabs to add on. Okay, I snapped that back in. And stickers go there. There's another piece that goes here that locks in, a few pieces there. And then the noodles will go in and be suspended, and then you just kind of can snap this on and off. So that's pretty cool. This is the actual, look at the size of my hand for comparison. It feels like it's a bit bigger than a little bit bigger than a cup of noodles. I remember them being a little smaller. I don't eat carbs anymore, so maybe I'm wrong on the size, but they feel like they're a bit bigger to me because a couple of my kids still eat the cup of noodles, so I figured maybe. But yeah, I'm absolutely having a blast with this. Oh, one thing. So this thinner red one here, I don't know whether it was like a molding mistake or something, but I ended up having to cut slits for it to snap in. Just that one piece though. The rest of it, everything else is snapped in and fit. That could have been just an honest, mistake with the molding. It could have been anything. But if you end up dealing with the same thing, just let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, I tried everything to fit it first, and I just ended up cutting extra slits, and then it snapped in. It isn't going to make a difference because it's all going to be inside anyway, so it's not like anybody's going to see it unless they take it all apart. But that's where I'm at so far. Oh boy, it's all coming together. So I got most of the stickers on. They're not perfectly lined up, but for the most part, they're lined up pretty well. But I wanted this to be finished, not perfect, right? And as long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. But this is what it looks like with all the stickers on. Just be mindful of lining them up. Now we're gonna get ready to put the stickers on the shrimp. I definitely want to see how this goes, and if it looks like crap, I'm painting them. So here's one of the stickers for me. It's not sticking well enough for me. It doesn't mean it's going to be your same experience, but me, I'm picky about these things. So I'm going to be painting some shrimp. So here I painted the shrimp. I primed them white, and then I just kept it simple. And then I used Secret Weapon wash in red. I just wanted to keep it simple, like I said. And what I did was I lightly went over with the wash thin down on this part, and then I added the wash heavier on the ends of the shrimp. So I put all the pieces in, I glued them in, and I put the leeks in there too in random spots. There's still a bunch that I have left. I figured it would not be necessary to put all of them. That would just be a bit overkill. And that's what it looks like from the inside there. And there's the cup pot. Now I can put this, line this up and snap this into here. And then I'm going to get ready to put the 2 remaining stickers on. Ooh, it's almost done. Here it is, all done. I put the sticker on top and it just goes around the edges. And then here is the open one, and you can leave it closed like this. And they have it set so that you can also recreate the opening cup of noodles experience. And then close it again. So this is my cup of noodles completed. This was really a lot of fun to put together. You guys need to get yourself one, either at your local hobby store. The one that I got it from is Hill Country Hobby in San Antonio, Texas. You could actually go to their Facebook page. It's Hill Country Hobby SATX, and ask for Dave. And when you message them, you can order, and they do ship out. They also have lots of garage kits, other scale models, and Gundams. So if you're into Gundams too, definitely check them out, follow them on Facebook, and like I said, you can order from him and he will ship out to you and stuff and take payment over the phone. So I don't have any of this glued. The only stuff that I have glued is the shrimp, egg, meat, and the leeks. So that's all glued on, so I don't have to worry about it, scrambling around. But the rest of it is all snapped together, so I could take it apart anytime I want. Also, so I could take the front part off anytime. and stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to, see, since I didn't glue it together, there we go. So also be sure to give it a like. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.